Hey everybody. Between me feeling like crap and just life things, it's taking me so bloody long to get out this what if. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Um, that's about all I gotta say. Thank you for waiting a whole ass month for me to make part 7, and for me to be extremely lazy on it because I honestly feel like crap. So let's get this out of the way. Ash and Brock are on their way through a town. Inside said town, they hear word of an amazingly strong trainer. And of course, Ash and Brock want to check it out. Since he's been taking on all challenges, he's on the way to the Pokemon Center anyways, where Ash wants to go to change and check up on his Pokemon. Ash and Brock decide to see, and would you have it, it's a trainer named Keith. Ash introduces himself, and they get to know each other. Keith explains that he's from the Galar region, and he came here to train himself. Ash declares he wants to challenge him, but first he has to go switch out his Pokemon. Keith agrees, and Ash goes to do his switch. Ash brings his new Pokemon, and as you can see on the side of the screen, he doesn't realize the problem that he's caused himself since he doesn't know Keith's Pokemon. However, they do run into a problem. Ash and Brock both want to fight, but that's 2 against 1, and Keith only has 2 Pokemon. So Keith decided to do a one-on-one against both trainers, and so they decide to do that instead. Brock battles Farfetch with his Onix and ends up winning. No need to go into detail about Brock's match, since Brock himself is not the main character. This is an Ash-centric story, after all. When Ash battles Kenneth, Kenneth gets to choose his first Pokemon. Kenneth sends out a Pokemon Ash doesn't recognize, Surfetched. After checking its data, Ash realizes that it's the perfect match for the re-added Pidgeotto. As Ash reaches for his debatably true starter, however, Pikachu jumps in. Ash asks Pikachu if he'd rather fight instead, and it nods. A fire seems to be in Pikachu's eyes, but Pikachu's face shows a hint of nervousness as it yells at him angrily. Ash tells Pikachu that if he wants to battle, he can, and so Pikachu nods, getting ready to fight. The fight starts off with Surfetch using First Impression, which sends Pikachu hard, immediately flying. In fact, Pikachu's already shaking after such a hit. Ash commands a Focus Punch. Pikachu tenses up and begins focusing all of its energy into its hand, but he does nothing. The energy starts to flicker as Pikachu tries to focus. Ash asks Pikachu what the problem is. Pikachu isn't responding. All he hears is ringing. Pikachu is then hit with a Rock Smash. As the rock hits Pikachu in the head, his vision flashed, and the world around him turns to nothing but a ringing void of pain and numbness. When Pikachu wakes up and is in a Pokemon Center, he stands up, but can't hear anything over the ringing in its ears. No, not ringing. It was a person. Multiple people. Past trainers he never thought he'd hear. Pikachu couldn't understand why he was hearing past trainers. His vision then blurred, and went back to his battle with Raichu. The humiliation he went through, and how fast he went down, and the words of Lieutenant Surge himself. We leave Pikachu's mind and go back to Ash. Nurse Joy has brought Pikachu to Ash. Pikachu has no brain damage, but the most he can have Pikachu do is nod and eat the bare minimal amount of food that Pikachu should be able to eat. Ash doesn't really know what to do, so he just tries to drag Pikachu around. On his back, of course, not by a rope like he did before. He learned his lesson. Pikachu, however, also wouldn't leave or jump onto his shoulders. Ash finally says that he'll need Pikachu to get up and go. Pikachu takes this kind of literally. Pikachu walks over, taps on his ball, which Ash forgot he even had on his belt, and went back inside. Ash was shocked. So was anyone who really knew Pikachu and Ash. He couldn't get Pikachu into his ball no matter what he did, even in near-death experiences. And yet here Pikachu was, getting to his ball. Ash took this chance, though. Pikachu had whatever was wrong with him, but Ash wasn't a therapist. He goes and switches out Pikachu for Sandshrew. It felt weird, but this situation Ash couldn't let up. Switching out Pikachu. It's something he might never be able to do again. Something he's never had the chance to do before, because Pikachu would not get into its ball. Even though Brock patronized him for that decision, he insisted that he needs to keep training Pokemon and keep moving. And that when he has free time, he will spend it with Pikachu. Until then, Pikachu will spend time with Oak, who's better at this PTSD stuff than he is, anyways. They agree, but they both do feel sad that they left Pikachu behind, in a more metaphorical sense.
Okay, baby, if you want it quick, now's your chance. What could a baby like that do? If you want to become a Pokemon master, you should make your Pokemon evolve as soon as you catch it. Electric Pokemon are only useful once they've learned all their different electrical attacks. You keep it beauty like that, it's no more than a little. Oh well, I guess you learned that playing with the big boys can be a shocking experience.
Ash is fighting a trainer, and to fight this said trainer, he wanted to use Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur, however, loses. Pretty badly, actually. Ash tells Bulbasaur he did a good job anyways, but as this is happening, Bulbasaur's bulb starts to glow. Ash takes Bulbasaur to Nurse Joy, and Nurse Joy explains that Bulbasaur is just ready to evolve. Ash is relieved. He didn't want to take two of his Pokemon out of commission due to his mistakes. The next day, he wakes up, though, and is greeted with an Ivysaur instead of Bulbasaur. Overnight, while Ash was sleeping, Bulbasaur had evolved. Wherever he evolved at. The cameras didn't seem to see Bulbasaur. But, guys, don't worry. Let me explain myself for all of you guys who think Bulbasaur shouldn't evolve. Even though, given the title of What If, I think it should have been obvious he was going to evolve. I believe in the theory that Bulbasaur didn't evolve because of Charmander. And since Charmander isn't here, that eliminates the problem. If you disagree with my theory, or theory that I agree with, that's fine. After all, what ifs are up to anyone's interpretation. But this is my what if. So let's wrap it up nice and peacefully, shall we? Thank you for watching. I'm sorry that this video is of mediocre quality, I want to say. I explained it earlier in the video, but I'm really not feeling well. I've had my sinuses have been acting up, and I got a COVID shot yesterday, so my whole body hurts. I don't know why those things cause me pain. It makes no sense to me, but whatever. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Goodbye.